Okay, today's episode is all about Grammar Galaxy. This is a homeschool language arts curriculum, and I've gotten a lot of requests to do a review, but the thing is, here on YouTube, I like to do them a little differently. I'm going to try to keep this short because here's the deal. I know that as homeschool moms, we are busy and we have 10 million things that we could be doing at this exact moment. So rather than take up your entire day with a long, exhaustive review, I'm going to speak very quickly and allow you the opportunity to pause me if you need me to slow down. But I'm going to try to get through a very quick overview to show you what this program is all about and help you figure out and identify if it's going to be a good fit for your family or not. So welcome to the review. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's get started. Okay, so Grammar Galaxy comes with 2 books. That's right, only 2 for those of you that are minimalist homeschoolers and don't like to have schoolrooms like mine stacked to the hilt with books. This is a great fit for you because there's no teacher's manual. Everything is built right into the program. One of the books is kind of like your textbook, but in a really different way. This book has all of your stories in it. That's right, it is a story-based language arts, which makes it a ton of fun for the kids. Second important thing that I'm going to say before I even dig into this is that it is neutral. It is not in your face Christian and it's not in your face anything secular. It is just a neutral curriculum. It doesn't get into any of that. It's stories about outer space, you guys. They're saving the galaxy from, the gremlin and spelling planet, and there's just all sorts of horrible things happening, and the children become guardians of the galaxy and participate in missions. So it's really fun, it's very neutral, and can be used in any family, and as we're going to talk about today, for a huge variety of ages and stages and grades, so you can even blend your kids with this program. The stories are laid out in a really great way. They take about 10 minutes to read all the way throughout. There are highlighted or bolded words, and those are your vocabulary words. So it is written in a really rich language. It is not written in a very young way. Charlotte Mason philosophy of not speaking down to our kids, not simplifying it, letting our kids experience rich literature, that's all built into this program. So as they come across new words they don't know, in the context of the story, the definition is listed beside it. At the end, they're going to go over their vocabulary words, and they're also going to have some reading comprehension questions to make sure that they're actually understanding what they are reading. So whether your child reads this independently, right now there are 3 volumes, volume 4 is on the way, or whether they need help from you and you're going to read it together with all of your kids, the reading comprehension questions are really important to make sure that they're grasping the concepts that are being taught, because the next step is to go and participate in their challenge in their Guardians of the Galaxy mission manual. The mission manual is really done in a unique way. There are 3 steps every week. So it's a 36-week, 1-year program. You're going to read your story, and then there are 3 steps to complete in your mission manual. There is also an additional advanced guardians only section in every single week. So if you have an older child doing it together with a younger child, your older child can maybe read the stories to the younger ones, and the younger kids could do just the first 3 steps while your older one could go into the advanced guardians only section. So it really makes it adaptable to be used as it suits your family. The second thing is because there are 3 steps, possibly 4 if you're doing the advanced, you can adapt this throughout your homeschool week. So you might choose to read the story and do step 1 on day 1, and then maybe on day 2 do step 2, and day 3 do step 3. It could be a 3-day language arts program. You could do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Or you can do this as a 5-day program where you read the story and do the comprehension questions on one day. Day 2, step 1, day 3, step 2, day 4, step 3, and day 5, they could go and do their advanced guardians only, as well as there's an update at the end to help them just go over the concepts they've learned, and there are the answers built right in so that they could go back and check their work. So if you had an older student doing it independently, you could do it that way, or you can make it a more simple 3-day program. Another question I've been getting asked a lot is this program standalone, or does it need to be used in conjunction with other programs like a writing curriculum, etc.? This can absolutely be a standalone program. It goes through everything from vocabulary, reading and comprehension, your grammar, your spelling, and it ends off each individual volume with composition and speaking. So it really does cover everything. However, if you have something you love, like for us, we love Brave Writer and have always been a Brave Writer family. So for us, we're using this more as a supplement to help us fit in those foundational concepts of things like proofreading and our grammar concepts and those kind of things. So you can use it however you want to use it, as a supplement with your favorite program, or you can use this as a standalone language arts. It's going to depend on you, and it's going to depend on your child as to how you want to use it. So important questions homeschool moms have are, how long does this take? Take you anywhere from 10, 15, 20 minutes a lesson, depending on how you're arranging your steps and your week. If you're doing a 3-day or 5-day schedule, it takes about 10 minutes to read the story, and then each of the steps are anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, depending on if it's something simple like matching or if it's something a little more complex like writing. It's also going to depend on your child and where they're at. So that's really important to keep in mind. If you are unsure where your child is at, there are placement tests and samples online to give you an idea of the scope and sequence, what's included, the table of contents, and to help you identify which level to place your child. What grades for what levels? And that's the great thing with levels, you guys. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. It's not written down in any way to any specific level, so you can adapt this. I'm using the level 1, the volume 1 with my grade 4 son. I'm using volume 3 with my grade 6. Somebody else might find level 1 is better for their grade 2 if they work with them. So it's going to depend on you, your child, when you want to bring in that grammar and more foundational language arts concepts, and when you feel like they're not quite ready for it yet. So go and check out the samples online. That's going to give you the best indication of where to place your child. And don't be afraid to have older kids work together with younger kids. They can even do some of the teaching and reading to them, and it really, really, really helps build a strong foundation and is a great program. So it's fun, it's engaging, and it works really well that way. Is it teacher intensive? That's a great question, you guys, especially if you're a mom like me who's got 5 kids and no time. It can be if your child is young and needs you to do every step along with them. So if they're grade 2, they're not reading fluently yet, then you need to read the stories and you need to go through step by step and help them with every single question. Now, teacher intensive being 10 to 15 minutes of your time to do their language arts, compared to a lot of other programs out there, it's not that much, okay? But if your child is reading fluently, they can absolutely do this program entirely on their own. It is written to the child. There's nothing in it that's written to the teacher to teach to the child. So because of that, any child that's reading fluently and up could do this program on their own. So big win on the not teacher intensive aspect of Grammar Galaxy. Is this program good for kids with dyslexia or dysgraphia or learning challenges? Absolutely. There's 3 reasons this is a really great fit for kids who have learning challenges, struggles, or are struggling with dyslexia or dysgraphia. First of all, it is story-based. Sometimes with dyslexia and dysgraphia or any sort of learning challenge, the problem hits when they're trying to write or read, okay? So they hit this wall, but it's not that they can't learn. It's not that they can't assimilate information. It's the actual follow-through that is in traditional textbooks that makes that hang-up occur, and then therefore the disconnect with the information that they're receiving. So the great thing about this program is that because it is story-based, we can now teach them the context of what they're learning, and then they're not getting so hung up with the actual follow-through of the reading or the writing portion, depending on where your child struggles. So that is the first reason that it's a great fit. The second reason it's a great fit, especially for kids even who have like reluctant writers, those kind of thing, is that there is a great mixture of writing and other things. It breaks it up. It is not just heavy on the writing where they're going to be writing full paragraphs, answering every question in written form, like a lot of traditional language arts are laid out. It cuts a lot of that out. There's a lot of matching, highlighting the right answer, circling the right answer, mixed in with sometimes writing. And the writing is built up by the level. So volume 1 has very little writing, volume 2 brings in a bit more, volume 3 they're now writing full paragraphs and learning how to write stories and that kind of thing. So it depends on where your child is at, but because it breaks it up, even in volume 3, it breaks it up with highlighting and circling and matching so that they don't get overwhelmed. So kids with dysgraphia, dyslexia, any sort of learning challenge, or just reluctant writers really do well with this program because it breaks it up and it's not so intensive on the writing format. There's different ways for them to learn and express what they're learning rather than just writing it out. The third reason that this works really well for kids with dyslexia and dysgraphia is because it's proven to. There's been a lot of parents that have used it, that their kids have dyslexia, dysgraphia, learning challenges, and there's testimonial after testimonial of how this is working for their kids and they're seeing breakthrough. So really the only way to know for you and your specific child is to go and check out the samples, sit down with them, see how it's laid out, see if you think it's going to be a great fit for you or not, see how they respond to it. So that gives you a quick, maybe not as quick as I was anticipating, but a quick overview of Grammar Galaxy, an amazing homeschool language arts program that has a Charlotte Mason flair in there. It's fun, it's engaging, it's easy, and it does not take up a whole chunk of your homeschool day. For more information, go and check them out. The link is in the description below, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to post them in the comments below, and I will be checking in with you guys. Have an awesome day and homeschool on.